Ego. People sometimes, or oftentimes, our egos cause a lot of problems for us. It causes us to miss out on great relationships. It causes us to miss out on great business opportunities. It causes us to miss out on repairing relationships. It causes us to miss out on saving ourselves stress. Ego causes us to miss out on saving money. Oftentimes, we let our egos get the best of us. And I'm talking about this today because I see it a lot of places everywhere. People have egos that they just they just try so hard to best another person because they always want to be the best, the smartest, the tallest, the most attractive. It's like it's like a bottomless pit sometimes. And I think that this is a detriment and does not lead to a true sense of like happiness or a true sense of peace of mind. I have an experience even not too long ago. This is how one way egos can ruin relationships and keep you from repairing them. This is not in regards to trying to show off. That's another aspect where ego can kind of negatively affect your life. This is one aspect where I was working on. Me and a friend had a business together, and I want to say I was doing most of the heavy lifting, and I didn't care. At the time, we worked together. He, it wasn't that bothered me. It was the fact that every so often he would get disrespectful, and he wouldn't acknowledge that, right? And he would do things like, I'm carrying some equipment. He just pushes the door open. He doesn't like hold the door. I'm like, I have to struggle to get in and get the equipment. And he says, oh, I don't even hold the door for my girlfriend to get in. I'm like, bro, my hands are full. Like, really? And he's like, well, you can just leave some of your stuff here. Like, all that just because he didn't want to hold the door open. That is ego. I remember one time, it was like his ego was so big, he refused to acknowledge where he was wrong. I quit working with him. I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, it got to a point where there's some people, they just fail to kind of make any concessions. And this is very annoying. And then he was asking me what the problem was. It was like they don't want to see their own fault because of their ego. It's like their ego prevents them from acknowledging their own fault. And this affects all aspects of life. Like, people buy things because of their ego. They want to show off with their car, their clothes, how much money they have, how big of a place they have, or how high they can jump, or how... I mean, don't get me wrong. It's good to be happy for accomplishments, but to always look for praise for what you do, there should be like a self-satisfaction in accomplish something. It should be like you grow because you worked hard and you accomplished something and you appreciate it for yourself. Praise from others is good, but at the same time, I think the ego, it chases that, and that causes problems when it comes to even repairing relationships. Like, this guy didn't want to repair the friendship. Well, actually, the friendship was okay. The business relationship was damaged. I can't work with him. I didn't have any grudges, but I can't work with you. I said, I don't want to raise my blood pressure. You're being disrespectful in this area. I can't do it. But people tend to be, don't acknowledge their wrongs when they're being disrespectful or they're being inconsiderate. They expect you, somehow you're just born to accept how they are, which is wrong. You should remove yourself from that situation, and you can manage that relationship however you want. Maybe you get along better at a distance, and maybe you get along better just not communicating with them at all. I don't know. Everybody's individual circumstance is different. I think you are your own expert in how you manage your relationships and your ego. I think we all have egos, but I think we all need to figure out how to minimize it, and we constantly check ourselves every day. I know some people may disagree, but I really think the ego destroys your capacity to build strong relationships. That's where it has its main destructive results, to be honest. Whether it's family, friends, partnerships, or just regular neighbors. Because of your ego, you won't let things go, or you want to, shove whatever in the person's face. You damage whatever connection you could have built or you had. And I think we need to examine ourselves every day. I think we need to just take time out to say, okay, what could I have done to make this situation better? Does it hurt to do something small? Would it hurt him to hold the door open a little for a while? Would it hurt you to just not argue back for 30 minutes? Sometimes I do that. I don't argue back with people. Like, even if I disagree, I just don't. I let them say what they have to say. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. I don't agree, but I'm not going to argue back and forth. Not every time. You're not going to convince each other. That's not the way to convince each other. Who can force their will on the next person? This is how, again, you're allowing your ego to push you, and in the same time you're pushing someone away, and this is not emotionally healthy. So let's all try to see if we can keep our egos in check. Let me know what you think. Write a comment, send me an email. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening.